Hello and welcome to another episode of Strange Origins Podcast, episode 25.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello. How sensual. Hello.
Yeah, thank you. Hello.
Jazz with Jack. But
Uh,
how's your past week been, Rod? Last week.
it's been good. I've just been working on a logo, honestly.
Yeah, so that's the exciting
Slowly.
thing. That's what I'm yeah. But that's what I'm excited about. Like,
Mm,
if anyone's looked at the thumbnail of this video, or the icon I guess on Spotify, it'll be our new logo, kindly drawn
ye-
by the angelic hands of Rod. So
Donated.
donate. Yeah. No commission. Doesn't get paid anything. But
but
no, it
yeah,
was
I've
good.
just.
It was good. It
Mm,
looks good. Like let us know as well, like what you guys think as well in the comments because I think it looks great.
be great.
It went through a couple of iterations.
I mean, someone.
Someone made himself look a little bit better than than the one on the left.
I mean, I know you're that guy, and I know me as this guy.
Still considerably it made me considerably shorter than him as well. But we move, you
Facts.
know.
Facts.
I think it looks good. I like the colors. I
Yeah.
like the scheme. I think he did a really good job.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
But yeah, no, that must have been annoying to work on Photoshop.
It's this is the problem I have with Photoshop. It's like for some reason, like certain because I'm using the older version. I don't know if this is the new version as well, but it's like
Right.
the older version is just you can't do much because when you start like when you rotate an image, right?
Yeah.
For some reason, it starts creating this fucking weird lines, and you have to undo it, and you can't do it unless you draw it that angle.
Like how
It's
how long
very
has Photoshop been out for? It's
I
like
don't
it's
know,
got to be over 10 years, surely.
probably,
And
but
and
they
and
they,
like
they have like
still
different
not
versions.
easy to use. Like the user interface. I remember trying to use it one time. I was like, I can't do this.
Well, the problem is it's originally just for editing photos, but then
Yeah.
people found out that you could actually draw on it,
Right. Okay.
and that's when you're drawing on it and you have no experience of like sort of Photoshop, you drawing, it's just you drawing.
So
You,
it's
you can't.
being now it's being used
It's
for
hard.
something that it's not meant to be used for, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Okay. But then, like,
and
I assume they should really like take notice of that and pivot and kind of make it easier to use, I guess.
it should be definitely more user friendly because like once you like look at it and it's just a bunch of fucking tools on the side. If you don't know what you're doing, you're pretty much lost,
I'm
honestly.
assuming as well, like you've got to pay for it. Like I think there's, but didn't it used to
Yeah.
be like you pay for it and now it's a monthly subscription?
Oh yeah. So before, when I was in uni, I literally had to like either buy the whole pack, which is like £1,000 back in the
What?
day.
Really?
Yep, that's entire.
Holy
That's
shit!
for the whole year. That's the entire year thing. Or you could be like be part of uni and they'll give it to you for free because you're part of uni. You would pretty much
Right.
paid everything, right? Or which is recently now you can like basically pay like £10 a month for it,
And
which I think
you
it's
get a month
worth it.
access, I guess. Like,
What do you mean?
you get a month access continually. Like as soon as you stop it, you lose it. Right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And it's good,
Yeah.
but I'd say stick with the older version because they don't have a lot, but it's like it's free.
Right.
Honestly,
Oh,
if
what? So
if
the
you're looking
older
for that,
version is just free.
yeah. So like I'm using CS2 right now and it's free.
So
So it's
why would
like
you use the new one?
oh, it's just because if you wanna, it's just better, I guess, tools, and also they added that if you wanna animate, start doing animation and stuff, they added like keyframes
Oh, okay, okay.
for it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Because it kind of
but
reminds me of like editing videos, like because
mm,
sometimes when we used to do like luckily you got a good internet and stuff like and it doesn't cut out, but when we used
yeah.
to do it like with me and Mark, like his internet would cut out sometimes halfway through, and we don't even know why. He would be on data sometimes, so
Mm.
I don't even blame his internet. I just don't understand what would happen. It's just something would cut out, and then like I don't know if you could actually go back and listen to the podcast. You will hear there's parts where I've known he's cut out and I have to just keep talking just in case he does come back. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm trying to fill the air. But like, and then once I notice he's not coming back for a while, I'm like, fuck, stop the recording. And then I had
And
to
then,
splice the two together and do all that editing, which turned
damn.
like, because usually like with our episodes, I can literally just record it,
Yeah.
extract it, upload it, done.
Yeah.
But like when I had to edit it, so many like it added so many more steps and my 20-30 minute editing went to an hour and a half, like just like that, just because I had to put a little gap in between. So
Mm.
I do feel you on like kind of like editing software because the one I use is so much easier now. Like I went through three, I think three. This was my third, so I went through two programs before the one I use now,
Damn.
and it was
Yeah.
just like you had to like it was a rendering station as well. I think that's why one of them,
Yeah.
and
No, a lot of
you
people.
just had to have a degree to understand what was going on, or at least like watch 10 hours of YouTube videos to just extract a
Yeah.
simple video.
Yeah.
You know?
And like you get um what is it? You get like YouTube like websites
Mm.
that does it for you now, and it's I think it's so much better than before.
Yeah,
Because like
definitely.
before you'd have to like again you said watch like 10-hour tutorial, but now I think they've made it. Or there's certain programs out there that's like made to simplify things,
Yeah, like the one I
and
use.
it's
The one
yeah,
I use
and
now,
it's great.
it's just like easy. I literally put the video in and I drag and
Mm,
place it where I want to change it. Like that's it. It
yeah.
doesn't. It's I don't know why it's not that like easy anyway. You know, like on other programs, it's just like
Oh, dude.
just drag it.
trust,
Like,
trust me, if you start working on like it's basically another Adobe product.
mm,
It's called After Effects.
okay.
Oh my, don't even touch that shit. It's just if you want to get into the film industry, that's what you're going to be using, and
Yeah.
it's too complicated for my brain.
It's like they're
It's too
using
much.
like deliberately like complicated programs to stop anyone, any Tom, Dick, or Harry, just like making a film. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
it's like they purposely are making it impossible to use. So it's like, oh well, you've got to go to uni to study this. Give me my nine
yeah,
grand. It's like no,
yeah.
like
And
I'll
I
watch
just and I
YouTube
just
for
that.
200 hours. Thank you very much. Like
I just that you have to like pay for the fucking thing monthly as well.
yeah, unless you go
The,
to
the,
uni
the,
and pay them. Like
yeah,
it's just like
nah.
it's so corrupt. Like the way they've done it.
Yeah.
You know, like I mean, I was talking to my brother about it actually. Like, you know,
Mm,
I think I kind of what he wanted to learn, but I was like, oh, why don't you just go on YouTube? And he was a
yeah.
bit doubting it, and I was just like, look, like, like I learned to play guitar from like YouTube. Like
See, see,
I
see.
learned like a little bit like of some languages from like Duolingo. Like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? I learned how to edit from YouTube. I learned how to program, so like when I was doing my game, like from YouTube. Like, it's not like it's not anymore. You don't have to buy
I,
these like 40, 50 pound textbooks anymore,
yeah, yeah,
or go
yeah.
on a £1,000 course. You know?
But yeah, but I think from my experience looking at YouTube stuff, especially when it comes to like programming, it's
Mm.
like if no one simplifies it for you, it's hard. Because
Yeah,
I like it when YouTubers simplify things like, oh, you just drag this tool to do that, instead of like, oh, you have to go to here and then do this and do that, and then you
yeah.
get this. Like, you know,
It's definitely
it's
for a certain type of like learner. Like
yeah,
if you're good at watching people do things and learning like
mm,
that, by all means, YouTube
yeah,
is the greatest thing for you. If you're more of a reader, then yeah,
yeah,
the textbook is for you. But like the only thing you can't do with like YouTube is you can't ask someone like what happens if this happens, you know?
oh yeah,
And that's the
yeah,
only
yeah, yeah,
problem, unless you like comment and then they comment back, right? Which is rare
mm,
usually because the video's like 10 years old, like and they made it when they were 20, like
yeah, yeah. So going back to the that right, so I'm doing my game right. I'm like following this 5-year-old fucking YouTube tutorial,
yeah.
and like the things he does are like so outdated that I have to like look at another video just to get
You
like
got to convert
to
it.
understand what. Yeah, and it's like it's insane because like I don't know how I don't know how to say it. It's like
Is it like
it's
is it like trying to convert something in your
yeah,
in
yeah,
like a
and
different
it
space, I guess?
yeah, and I can't wrap my head around it.
Yeah, because I mean like I mean a very basic example was when I was younger, like when we were
Mm,
doing like Microsoft Word, and at home, I had an updated version of Microsoft Word. Like I had the newer version because my brother was at uni, so he got the like all the Word, Excel, all that stuff. So I was using a newer version, but at
see,
school
see.
was using like 2001. So
Yikes.
so what I would do is when I would write up and type up my essays, I would take it to school and it would be like, oh, we can't read this because like this is on some space age technology that we don't know. And I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake! So I then had to convert it back into an old file
Yeah,
to be able for them to read it. And it's just like stuff like that where somebody would be like at school, oh yeah, just click file, go to this options and change this, and you'll be fine. And I'm like, well, mine doesn't have that. That button doesn't exist. So
yeah.
like, so how do I do it now?
That's the problem with having like constantly new version instead of having like sort of updating the old one.
Yeah, and it
Like,
kind
it'd
of
be
like
great.
it makes people have to buy the newer version.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like it's just basically like money, 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 and it's like
That's pretty much what it is, and I think like
it's
that's most of the time that's what like companies are doing. I guess they are trying to make it better, but at the same time, it's a bit like Apple. It's like, oh, you can no longer use the 4S phone. It's outdated. It doesn't exist. It's like, but I'm fine. My phone hasn't broken. Like it's just
Yeah,
like,
it's
so yeah.
like I think Apple is notorious for that type of shit though.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
there's a couple of other companies that have like now been exposed that they do it. Like
mm,
I think Samsung was one of them, and like everyone was like, you know, like so shocked and surprised. But it's like at the end of the day, they're still a company, and
their
they still want to
business.
make money. Yeah, like
So
I mean, you know, it's pretty easy like idea. It's just like it's kind of like like you know you can watch my videos, but you can't watch the older ones. You have to watch the newer ones. Like it's kind of like doing it in a way like that, and it's kind of scummy. But no, I know what you mean about like editing. I appreciate like the logo and everything you've done. Like you know, I think it looks good to me. Like I think we look good. Like and what we're
I had a
looking
hard
at.
time
Yes.
capturing you, honestly.
Why? What was the
Because like
hardest part? Tell me.
okay, because it's like I'm not even being disrespectful or
Oh
anything,
god,
right?
here it comes.
You're my friend, right? But it's like
I'll brace
you you
myself.
ha- you, you have no like facial features that's like that's gonna
It's
stand
unique.
out. Yeah, like,
Okay.
so me,
So you're basically
because,
calling me a basic bitch. Is that what
I'm
Thanks.
sorry, but it's like it's hard because I don't know how to like I used to do caricature, right?
Yeah.
And I could capture people, but with you, I don't know how to capture you.
Well, it's
It's
either
it's it's, it's
I don't
strange.
know. It's either that I'm basic or you're in love with me. It's either two things.
Jack, man, it's been a while, dude.
I mean, some
No,
people
but
say like I've got like you know like a big nose. Like I mean, I've got definitely got a big beard now, and
oh
I look like
yeah.
Jesus. So like those are some things I guess. And I feel like you captured them anyway. Like
Mm.
so for me it seems pretty good. Like you definitely captured like I don't like that. I guess that I'm sure. So thanks for that.
No,
But
like you don't have that. Like for me, like when I drew myself, right? Especially when I draw myself, I tend to be more stereotypical. Like with the eyes, with the beard, and everything,
mm,
even the color. But with you, like
just olive, dude.
it's yeah, that and
Just
just
olive.
or like, I could just have like the beard. That's
Yeah,
it.
that's. I mean,
Like
that's me.
yeah.
If you want back, I'm olive and I got a beard.
I don't want to sound like a basic bitch. Like, but that's you. Like, and it's,
No, I've never like prided myself on like appearance anyway. So like
mm,
for me, it's like I've always been the person like with personality trying to like make somebody laugh or like start a
mm,
conversation in that way. So to me,
yeah.
it doesn't offend me. I'm fine with that. Like.
Well, hopefully, people will see him like, oh, that's Jack.
Yeah, I mean to be fair, I think it looks like me, so I think it looks good. All
But
like
honestly,
4 inches of me, fucking tiny. Like
I mean, you are bending down like, what's this? And I'm just like in the background, like,
yeah, but you
like
can't
fully
see my
stepping
knees,
back.
so you don't know I'm bending down.
I
But
try to capture it. I try to capture it.
no, I think it looks good. Like
Thanks,
it
man.
reminds me of like the toy sort of like logos and stuff like that. And I was gonna say to you like I was
Mm,
watching a video the other day
yeah.
about like some guy was just talking on YouTube like and you know how they're playing a game and talking at the same time. And
Yeah.
he's a little bit older than us. He's like 32, but he was like
Okay.
talking about how Toy Story like
Mm.
kind of fucked him up as a kid. And
Ooh,
like I need to like explain it to you because in now it's like revealing certain parts of my personality that I never knew. Like it came from Toy Story. Like I don't know if you ever heard another film called The Brave Little Toaster. But
No.
that was like the same thing, but it wasn't toys. It was like, as you can guess, it was appliances. So it was like
Yeah.
a heated blanket,
Yeah.
a Hoover, a toaster, you know, that
Fridge
sort
and
of
all this
stuff.
other.
Yeah, a fridge, like all that stuff, right? So it was kind of the same as Toy Story, but without the toys, right? And
Mm.
what it did to me as a kid is made me think that inanimate objects had a soul, had a personality. Like,
Yeah.
and I would honestly, man, as a kid, I would play with certain toys that I hadn't played with in a while because I thought they were feeling bad. Like I thought they started to feel
Oh.
like sad that I wasn't playing with them. And I would never let
Yeah.
my mum throw away like the toys because I was like, no, 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 like he's gonna be like fucking like Woody, like get left out in the road and just gonna like
Ah, okay. Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And it kind of like got to a point where I started like treating
Hoarding.
certain things with more respect. I
Mm.
guess was a good thing, but at the
Okay.
same
Yeah.
time,
Yeah.
if something broke, man, it devastated me.
Mm.
Like, and don't even get me started on thinking that every single appliance in my house had eyes and was watching me. Like Jesus Christ! Like my brain took it to a different level where it was like I can't even walk into a room and do anything like
Mm.
in secret because I'm being judged. Like
Yeah, because you think you're being watched by these fucking secret beings
yeah,
that
these are things
only
that
they can
like
communicate.
yeah, that only when I look away they start moving. I'm like fucking hell, that's terrifying.
You start bitching behind your back like, who's this guy,
Yeah.
man? Come on, man.
So for me, like, I mean, the biggest part was like playing with certain toys. Like, I would dig to the bottom
Mm.
of the toy box and play with
Yeah,
those ones specifically because I'm like, oh, I haven't played with you for a while. They're gonna get sad and that sort of stuff. Like, I don't know. I don't
yeah.
know if you ever had that. Like, or is it just like me and this guy is a weirdo?
I don't know because growing up, I never really had toys, honestly.
Okay. Did you ever watch
Um,
Toy Story as a kid, or did you watch it when you were older?
I think I watched it when I was older.
Oh, okay. That might be a thing
Um,
then. That might be the reason why.
big, yeah. When did Toy Story come out?
I think it was 94 or 93. It's one, or 95. It's literally, it was like around the time I was
Ni-
born.
95. Yeah, no, I was like, my playtime was like me just being on the streets playing with other kids.
Being on the
Like,
streets.
yeah, literally, dude, playing on this. Like, actually, I was still looking in another country, but I was still like sort of what is it? Like just playing. I just played around with kids. I never really played with toys much
I mean, I did
as a
that as
kid.
well, but I mean,
Yeah,
like when it was, I mean, it's I guess in Philippines it doesn't like it's more sunny than rain. I guess it's 6 months to 6 months, but like
yeah,
in England you never knew when it was gonna rain, so you had to be inside. So I
yeah,
had to
yeah,
play with
yeah,
toys. So I guess that was the only reason why I guess I played with
mm,
a lot of toys, but
yeah.
it was all like the stereotypical stuff like He-Man,
Oh,
Action Man, all that stuff. Well, I never really played with Action Man. I didn't
Transformers.
like that. Transformers. I had like these
Oh,
dinosaurs and stuff. Like,
see, I don't know if I've become the opposite though. I don't know if me playing like not like playing any toys as a kid
hmm.
kind of changed when I was older. Because now I just want to collect like figurines and
Oh,
toys
okay. So it's
basically.
like sort of like a thing
I've re-
yearning that you wanted to do.
yeah, because like I've always envied like because we basically lived in a neighborhood where it was like half of the neighborhood was like rich, half of the neighborhood was like middle class,
Right.
and the half was like poor, right? We was in middle class, and I
Okay.
would always play with this kid who was rich, and he had big houses, fucking a room full of toys. So I was always envious of that in a way. I think deep down, but I think it didn't really hit me until now that I think about it.
Because I know you like to make was it that
Gundam,
Gundam? That's it. Yeah. You
yeah,
like model like robot things and
yeah,
build and stuff like and collect. Like for me, that's the
mm,
same. That is literally the same vein as Lego, but just more
yeah,
complicated. And I'm just like, I don't see the point of it apart from building it.
mm.
Like, like for me, Lego is just one of those things where I'm like, you build
It's
it.
endless fun.
What's
It's
I'm the opposite, mate. You build it. I'm just like, cool. You built it. Like, you either now let it take up space and collect dust in your room, or you break it down
yeah.
and it's done again. Like, like
Oh.
I don't know, man. For me, it's a no bueno. This kind of thing. Like,
Really? I think it's the way I say it, it's more flexible than what I'm doing, like the Gundam and shit.
well,
Cause like,
I guess yeah, you're right in that respect. Yeah,
yeah, that's
definitely.
what I think I'd
But
enjoy it more Lego
it's
than the
just like,
figurines.
oh man, just play Minecraft. Like, like, you can create everything you want, and it's infinite space. You know. I think
But
it's one of those things that just growing up with siblings. That my brother like played with a lot of Lego, like James played with a lot of Lego, and I was just
yeah,
like, I hate it. I don't like it. I can make a gun out of the Lego, and that's about it. And I don't want to do anything else. So,
but it's like for me because I've always like I've seen people do like some disgusting thing like they would make like Lego, but it could like solve Rubik's cube,
oh right,
and I'm like,
got a brain.
uh, yeah, how it's just evolved from you just sticking on pieces of Lego to like fucking solving like a puzzle toy.
Like, don't get me wrong. It's definitely like it's a certain kind of person that enjoys playing with that. Like
Yeah.
I think for me, I do enjoy doing that stuff, but when it's in like something I care about, I don't care about Lego. Like Minecraft, if I did it on that, even
Mm.
then I get bored making certain things in Minecraft. I'm just like, eh. I just
Yeah.
want to go out and like adventure and do some stuff like that. So I think it's just different strokes for different folks, sort of thing. Like my brother
Yeah.
loves it, and I think it's something that suits him. But at the same time, what that suits him, gaming suits me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's kind
Definitely.
of the same vein in that respect. Like I always shit on it, but I don't like I do understand it. Like I understand
Mm.
why he does it. And I kind of mainly shit on it just to like get on his nerves. But,
Yeah.
but
Being siblings.
yeah, don't get me wrong. I loved going Legoland. That was great.
Mm.
Like it was
Oh, see, I've never been
mesmerizing.
to
You
Legoland.
never been?
Never been to Legoland.
Shit. Like it's a date. My brother's
When?
actually got a lifetime pass to that.
Oh my God.
Like to the point
Wait.
where like his name is up in Lego, like on the wall.
So it's part of Merlin.
Is it? I think it is.
Yeah, it's Park Merlin. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's got a lifetime pass specifically to Legoland, like no
Ah,
level. It's not like an
okay.
annual pass. It's like legit. He can
Hmm.
go whenever he wants. Like, and I think it covers the other ones like in Denmark and stuff like that. But
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, no, that was his like birthday and Christmas
Damn.
present and next birthday present all combined because it was like
How
it was,
much is a lifetime pass?
I have no idea, but it was
Damn.
definitely something like that we saved up
Hmm.
for quite a bit.
Yeah.
But
Because
he's a
yeah.
mega fan, so yeah.
Yeah, because I remember working in London Eye because they're part of Merlin.
Oh yeah.
Like if you work for any attraction that's part of Merlin, you basically get like every year you get like a free pass. You can
Oh,
take
like
like
the annual
people.
pass thing.
Yeah. And then I
Okay.
think if you've been there for more than 10 years, I think you get like a lifetime
God,
on
imagine working there for 10 years.
anything. Yeah.
Damn. I mean, I loved like the Merlin stuff, like Thorpe Park, and I mean, I used to like
Mm,
Chessington when I was younger, but obviously not now. There's not as much. But
yeah.
I
It's
was
just
I was a
baby
straight
rides.
up pussy when I was like a teenager. I used to hate like roller coasters. Man,
Oh,
like my brother was
man.
the opposite. Like James again, he was the one that was like
Yeah.
going on all these rides and stuff, and I was just like, nope. Like I'd
Ah,
rather die. Like
yeah.
I'm not going on that. And if I go on that, I will die. Like
Yeah. Do you remember that time when we went, me, you, and a few other people went full park,
yeah.
and we went on that ride? When I was a kid, right? I loved that ride. When I was
You
shitting
were, oh my
myself,
god, you were so scared.
dude, you don't understand.
I remember Jordan like, just taking the piss out of you. It's so funny.
It was just like it had like a different feeling. Like
Do you
when
know
I
what
was
it
a
is? It's
kid.
like when you're a
When
kid,
I was a
right?
kid, it was like thrilled. I was like,
No,
yeah, this is
but
pumping.
when you're a kid, right? They've told
Yeah,
you it's safe and it's fine, and
yeah,
you've got not care in the world. When you're older, you're like,
yeah,
that nut could
uh,
fall off.
yeah, yeah.
I could get yeeted into the
And like
stratosphere
you
and I
become more
die.
suspicious.
It's like this thing, it's looking pretty old, man. It's got rust on the sides. It's like 12 years old.
Yeah, and it's like when I went on it, like when we went, I was just like, I was like, damn, like all the fear
Yeah,
when I was a kid just rushed back
just
in.
rushing
But,
into
but
you.
but but like any other ride, I was fine. But it was just that one ride where like it made my stomach just like. And plus, the fucking thing only had like the thing on your leg. It wasn't even like a seatbelt for your shoulder. It was just on your
You didn't
leg,
need it,
bro.
that's why.
Oh man,
Like
that shit.
I still remember like we went with a friend like Larry, like he was so funny like on that ride
Mm,
because like on I think we're talking about Rush, right? That's what we're talking about,
yeah,
the one that's like a seesaw thing.
yeah.
But like there's like the barricades or whatever they're called, the restraints. They just literally goes
Mm,
onto your lap on your waist and you push it down. That's it.
yeah.
But like with Larry, like his one hadn't pushed down yet. Like he hadn't done it yet, and all he heard was the hydraulics go. Tss, like that.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
just did that, and he was like, "No!" He slapped his arm across my chest. Was like, "No, no, 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 no!" Like I was like, "I'm not ready." And like I was like, "Larry, calm down. It's not moving yet." And he's like, "Oh my god!" He was like, he thought he
It's
was just gonna get shot like out into
it's
space.
scary, man. That's not for the faint of heart. There,
But like
fucking hell.
me having a brother like James, who's a fanatic when it comes to like roller coasters and
Yeah.
stuff, he told me already. He's told me things like you can't start the ride unless that thing is shut. So like it would never have gone like that. Not a fear in my mind would have gone that. Oh yeah, we're gonna go. Because like,
Yeah.
that's why I didn't get shook because I'm like I know these things that my brother's told me. It's like that's why you see them when they go around all of them. They have to push them down. Like they have to be down.
Mm.
They can't stay up. The ride literally won't start. So it's just like for me, it just made me
Okay.
laugh so much because I was just like, Jesus Christ, man!
Nah, for me, it doesn't matter if it's all the way down. If I had if it had the seatbelt at least, cool, I would have been fine with that. But it's just the fact that all they did was push it down on your leg, and
What?
you can slip out anytime.
One of my favorite rides for like is like Detonator, and it's not even because I like the ride; it's because I love seeing these grown men turn into mice. Like Yishak, Jordan, like all these people, and like Jishak's brother as well. He's massive, like big tonk guy. He's got like muscles
Yeah.
on his muscles, right? Looks at the Detonator, he's like, "Nah, I'm not going on that, man." Like that scares the shit out of me.
Nah, see, I'm okay with rides like that. It's just that one seesaw motion that gets my stomach churning. Because like when you're like going up, right, and you're going down, it looks like you're about to fucking smack the floor head on
Yeah.
with the force
To
of
be
gravity.
fair, like when we went, I think last summer, I guess. Was it
Yeah.
last summer? It might have been. Like I don't know.
2 years ago, I
COVID
think.
there. But when we went, right,
Mm.
we went so far back that it felt like we were nearly going round again backwards.
Exactly.
And I was like,
Yeah.
holy shit, I don't remember this. And I can't remember who it was. I think it was like Yishak or somebody was screaming their heads off. Like they were like not ready for this. They were
Me.
not ready for this.
That was me.
It was
You probably
so
heard
funny.
me.
Oh, it was so good. I
I'm
loved
a
it.
grown ass man, but I'll scream like a little bitch without ride boy. Oh,
It is a good thing. I can't wait to go to like Thorpe Park again.
oh
But
I wish, man. I wish we'd start opening again. Just people just follow
well,
rules.
apparently
Be great.
what is it? Schools go back tomorrow, so like all of them go back to tomorrow, and it's not even
I'm,
like staggered. It's like they all go back.
I'm predicting it right now. Lockdown by the end of the week.
By the end of the
Fourth
week.
lockdown. Fourth lockdown by the end of the
I
week.
don't know,
I'm
man.
saying.
I feel like the vaccinations are starting because like yeah, okay, the infection rate might rise, right? But I feel like the deaths won't because all of the over 60s and 70s are vaccinated now.
Yeah.
So they were the ones that were mostly dying from. I know like others were dying from it as well, but I'm saying mostly, like
Yeah.
the others weren't. So I'm just like, I don't know. I'm quietly optimistic, you know.
I'm the opposite.
Well,
Honestly.
I
It's
know,
just
yeah, I know. But I mean, there's got to be some hope, man. Like,
I wish it's just like the way they're if they've staggered it, I'll be all right with it. But it's just the fact that they had an idea of like just everything's just going like
yeah,
on the day every school's going back.
that
You
is
know
pretty
how
stupid.
packed the bus is gonna be with other people,
Well,
and
my
school kids are gonna be like late because they can't get in because you
yeah,
can't they have to have like a full side now, right?
yeah.
So it's like the kids are gonna be late or they're gonna be in trouble with all this other shit. So it's just like I
I
don't
mean, I'm
know. It's
glad I'm
just
not in school to be fair, but my
thank God,
my
yeah.
brother's like partner, like he works at a school and now apparently they have to get tested twice a week for COVID.
Okay.
It's like those quick ones, the one you put in a water solution thing, and it's like 30 minutes, and it tells you if you are or not. But then by proxy, my brother like has to get tested as well because he's living with somebody who has or works at the school. So it's just like, and
Okay,
it's not even
yeah,
like
yeah.
just the nose one; it's the nose and the throat one. So it's like
To jam it down your
you have to
fucking
jam
throat,
it down
like
your throat like twice a week. It's like that's pleasant.
yeah.
I'm glad it's him, not me. But like, I did not. I don't know if you've taken a test, right? Like,
Yeah.
have you taken one in the throat as well, in the nose?
No, it's just the nose one.
You
That's
just
like
had the
fully.
nose, dude.
Yeah.
The throat one is so bad. It's so
Genuinely.
bad because if you ever like you look at yourself in the mirror, right? Open your mouth and
Yeah.
like stick your tongue out. It's the sides where that dangly bit is. It's the sides. You have to scrape the sides of that, and you gotta like rotate the cotton bud, like on
For like
that part for like 10 seconds, and that 10 seconds feels like a lifetime. Like for me, like I'm just sitting there gagging, like there's tears coming out my eyes, like Jesus Christ! I was like, I can't handle this. It's too much.
nah.
The nose one's okay, but like for me,
Yeah.
the throat one, no.
Nah. I've seen the one that they did in China where like the best kid. I think it's like a border control, right? And
Yeah,
I've seen this guy record it, and the way they just like fully jab it in
yeah,
to your nose, to your throat, and it's like it's if this is like twice a week,
dude,
I don't want to do
you're
this.
gonna be
I'd leave my
bleeding.
job.
Yeah, I mean,
I'd leave my job.
you're
Sorry.
gonna be getting like constant nosebleeds. I had a sore throat a couple of days as well for the afterwards because you're rubbing something dry on the back of your throat.
Yeah, it's scraping the shit
Yeah,
out of it.
it's not a good
It's
thing.
horrible.
And it's like I just thought to myself, like, is this really the only test? Like, is this the only way you can test for it? Like, it's kind of crazy.
I guess, yeah, unless
Unless it's blood, but that's too long, I guess.
yeah, exactly. You'd have yeah. I guess it is the fastest way.
Not gonna lie, I'd rather have a blood test than a like for me, like taking blood out, like needles and stuff. I have no problem with.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. But imagine that doing twice a week though.
I'm good.
You-
Shoot me up.
You're
I'm
good.
good. No,
Sound like a drug addict.
there are some people that can't handle needles. Like
Mm.
they're just like nope, nothing is going near me. But I don't know. For me, it's just one of those things I've never been scared of. Like
When I was a kid, I had the fear of it,
okay,
and I think what made it worse is because I was a pretty chubby kid.
same dude.
They had this idea of like of like because you're big, you should be able to take pain, right?
Yeah, I know.
When
That
I
was
was
a
a kid,
big
I was a
thing.
little bitch. No joke. Like as dentists like jabbing shit in my teeth. I'm like,
Dude,
nope.
no,
I'm
I was
crying.
no
I'm crying.
dentist. I agree with you with. I'm not doing that shit. But like
Yeah.
with like when I was in school, like I was not
Mm.
confident. So if they were like, "Oh, you're meant to be tough," bitch, I'll be whatever you want me to be. Like, I'll do whatever.
just don't jab me this needle.
Yeah. I was good with needles though. Like I think like
Mm.
as a kid because I was quite ill anyway. I was
Yeah.
constantly getting blood tests and stuff like that anyway. So it really wasn't a problem.
Okay. Yeah.
So it was
No,
fine for me. Like, I don't know, man. Like, the worst, I don't know if you've ever had a scratch test. Do you know what a scratch test is?
the fuck is a scratch test?
So it's a test if you're allergic to things. So on your forearm, they would like
Mm.
scratch it with different allergens, right?
Oh,
So
okay.
it would be like cats and dogs and hay and grass and pollen and that sort of stuff, right? But like it tests to see if you're allergic.
Yeah.
But they're literally putting it onto your skin, and your body reacts that that's a foreign object. You should not. Like, this needs to be gotten rid of.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But obviously, if it has a severe reaction, like if it goes bigger than the actual circle,
Yeah.
because they draw a circle around it, if it goes bigger than that, then you're allergic, right? If it's just normal, then you're not. But what normal is like itchy to madness, and you're not allowed to scratch it. You're not allowed.
Yeah.
It's because you'll take it off. So you've got to sit there with this like burning itch on like 12 different sites on your forearm, and you've got to sit there for 10-15 minutes and not scratch it. Like I was sweating.
Oh no, no. See, I was blessed with
Like
the
health.
genes of God.
Like
Yeah,
health.
I'm very blessed by this. Like even my fiance says like like I would be eating like things in the fridge that's been open for like a week,
Oh yeah,
and I'll be fine.
yeah.
Or 2 weeks, I'll be fine, right? And then she eats it. She starts to
Feel ill.
like yeah, and it's like I'm just like there. It's like I'm very blessed with this genes of 6 foot.
Oh
Like
my god, this fucking guy. Don't break your fucking kneecaps. How about you 6 feet then? No, I've always been good with that sort of stuff, eating like stuff that's a little bit past the sell by day. And
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's been okay for me. Like I think that's more of a practice thing, if you know what I mean. Like it's like the more you eat that kind of stuff, the better your body gets at coping with it. Like because there's people out there that can eat like raw meat, like and not get like diseases because their body is like used to that.
Yeah.
You know, but not me, man.
Nah, like luckily enough for me, I was like again blessed with family cooking like traditional Filipino food where like people would find off like
Yeah.
weird things like that, and I'm just like, it's not for me. I'm not gonna get sick from it. But
it's crazy when I was doing my food safety like courses and stuff for when I work in a restaurant.
yeah,
That's one of the biggest things they say on it. Is like, do not ever reheat rice. And I'm like, bitch, I do that all the time.
you know what I'm saying?
There's meant to be like this deadly virus, right? Because apparently what I found out from that course is there's a bacteria that lives in rice that is not destroyed once cooked. So if you cook it and eat it, it's fine. But when you leave it out after it's been cooked, it starts to multiply rapidly. And even if you reheat it, even if it's like 180, it won't kill it. So then you're eating a bacteria that's just been multiplied by like tenfold, right? I've never ever experienced this. And I always reheat rice, but it's literally one of the things that's like, do not ever do this, even at home. And I'm like, oh, okay.
It's just a natural thing for me.
Yeah. Isn't like
it's
weird.
It
stale or like slightly stale rice? Isn't that like the staple of like certain dishes, like special egg fried rice and stuff like that?
Exactly, like a day old.
Day old, like, I'm like, okay. Like it's such a strange thing.
That being said, like I had a cousin, right? My guy would eat a rice that's off rice.
Oh, okay.
And do you know what his excuse was?
Go on.
I'm just gonna shit it out later.
Oh my god. What's the point? Like, you might as well just eat like porridge then.
No, but this is in Philippines. This is Philippines where like rice.
You're just gonna eat like literal garbage and just be like, yeah, well, I'm gonna shit out there anyway. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and he mixes it with like other dishes. So I'm like, all right, cool. But at the same time, it's like, why go through that pain?
At the same time, you could just cook more rice. It
yeah,
takes
exactly.
Like 10 minutes to cook rice.
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
I don't know, but yeah, I had a cousin like that, and his mentality was like, it's fucking jokes.
All I heard is like I'll leave this on this. My my other brother Mark, his girlfriend told me a story of like when she first like cooked a meal for my brother, she burnt the rice, and I was like, oh my god, like how'd you burn rice?
Bless her soul, man. Bless her soul.
She said she's never burned rice in her life. And that's the first time she ever did it, so she must have been nervous as fuck.
She must have been sweating, boy. She's like, I got impress this man, you know, home cooking everything.
It's a black rice. But yeah, no, this has been Jack and Rod. Thank you
Hello.
for Strange Origins podcast. Like, put a like and comment as well what you guys think of the new logo, because I think it's bomb. But
Please.
like, comment on my height. but like,
I take criticism well.
yeah, like, subscribe, and we're on Spotify as well. Thanks for
Thank
listening.
thank you.